Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, I got some things I wanted to come and chat with you guys about real quickly. Okay, so let's not waste any time and let's go ahead and hop into it because I don't want this video to be too long. Tonight we will be doing the Ooh Ladies First panel, so make sure that you guys are coming right on back. Make sure your notifications are on because we will be chatting about quite a few things. Okay, few things that are gossip. Of course, we're going to be getting into Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, as well as Real Housewives of Potomac final reunion, as well as all of the different news surrounding Potomac. Okay, so we're definitely going to be getting into those things. So make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel. You are having your notifications on so that you can come right on over and get into some things with us later on tonight. Okay. But let's go ahead and talk about some things that I want to go ahead and hop right into. And first, I have to say congratulations to Ashanti. Yes, the singer Ashanti. I have to say congratulations to her. She finally announces that she is indeed pregnant and that she is also engaged to Nelly. That is super exciting news. I'm glad to hear it. I was a little skeptical, like, oh Lord, they spinning the block. I love them. I love you, Nelly. I need you, Nelly. I love you. I do. Like it was given all of the feels, okay? Nostalgia way back when they were together. We loved them together. Of course, they separated for a long time, went their separate ways. And girl, all it took, from my understanding, was for a verses to come along, okay? All it took was for a verses to come along for Nelly to get all up in his feels and would not allow Ashanti to cross past the stage without seeing him. Okay, that man said he had to hurry up and get that old thing back. Okay, and that is what he did. And I'm glad that he well, let me say, I'm glad that they're in this place where it looks like they might be, progressing forward, moving forward. Now, he had her in a relationship for 10 years. That's a decade of her life. Now, at the time, I don't know if Ashanti did not want to get married. A lot of times it's like, girl, you let that man be with you for 10 years and waste your time and da da da. But maybe she didn't want to get married. We don't know because she also had a career and she had some interesting things going on with her label. Okay. We already know that Irv Gotti, who was a part of her label, Murder Inc., we already know that he was feeling a way about her dating Nelly anyway. So, girl, had she gotten engaged to him at the time, ain't no telling what other kind of gaskets he really was going to blow. So, I don't know the circumstances surrounding them not taking it all the way at that time to actually getting um engaged, okay, and moving forward into marriage and stuff. But it's real interesting to see them spin the block, them get back together. This is not really an uncommon thing. I feel like this happens for people that may have been high school sweethearts, college sweethearts, people that just met each other in life, circle the block back. Some people that married, divorced, find their way back. Like, I think it's not an uncommon thing, okay? But because we love Ashanti, so we definitely did not want Nelly coming back around playing in her motherfucking face. Because at this point, it was given, okay, you spent 10 years with Ashanti, played in her damn face. Then you got with Miss Jackson and you played in Miss Jackson's face too, wasting damn near a decade of her time as well. Now you back over here in Ashanti's face. Okay, so listen, she must have gave him that conversation like, Nelly, if you ain't trying to take it here and then here, scoot back up off me. Period. Okay. So yeah, they have been engaged, but I wouldn't be surprised, y'all, if they've been engaged for a minute and we just ain't been knowing SHI about it. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if they have been, we just didn't know, and then now all of a sudden, she prego afterwards. I don't know the order in which things happen, but they are letting us know that they are both, of course, engaged and they are expecting their first child. She actually gave a statement to Essence, and what she said was, "This new year of my life is such a blessing, full of love, hope, and anticipation." She says, "Motherhood is something that I have looked forward to, and sharing this with my family, my fiance, and loyal fans who have been so supportive of my career is an amazing experience." Okay. And I know it really does feel good. Like, I know that she's older. I know, once you get a certain age, you're considered like a high risk pregnancy and all of that. But aside from that, because obviously the doctor must gave her the clearance for her to be up there moving and grinding the way that she was with them big old t-shirts on, honey. Okay, but aside from that, I feel like Ashanti is very accomplished, and I think that she is in a really good space, I would assume, on the outside looking in, to bring in a child, in her life. I think that life is really stable for Ashanti, but it's just my opinion, not a fact. But yeah, so I'm definitely hoping that they move forward in the direction and actually become a married couple, if that's something that they definitely both desire. I do feel like sometimes when it comes to business people like this, artists, and just very, very successful people, I've been wondering, I mean, usually the people that have already been married may look at marriage much different when you are, rich or wealthy or just successful. You might not want to get married again because you don't want that person getting some of your money. But I'm wondering, how do they see it? I know that they have not. I don't think Nelly's ever been married before. I don't think that Ashanti has. This might be something that she's really looking forward to. I don't know. But I wonder if she has any hesitations herself because of the business aspect. I'm sure they're both gonna make each other sign a prenup. At least, girl, that's just my opinion. Okay, what you come in with is what you leave out with. Should this relationship actually not work out in the long run? Okay, but I definitely hope that it does work out for both of them. I hope that this second go around isn't like a waste of time type of thing, and I'm sure that it feels good for her, because that's just my opinion. I'm sure it feels good for her to have a child with someone that she has known as long as she has, and from what I've seen of Nelly on the television show he used to have, he seemed to be a pretty good dad. So I'm sure she might think highly of him in that space as well. So I just wish them the best and hope that things really work out for Ashanti and she does get the ultimate happy ending that she is indeed searching for, in my personal. Okay, but y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below when it comes to Ashanti making her announcement. It was a cute little announcement that she made, and also letting people know, she kind of slid that in there, her fiance, pretty much letting everybody know that of course she is also engaged to Nelly. So that's on P. All right. Now let's go ahead, girl, and let's move on just a little bit, because, girl, what they saying is that Kanye West, honey, is a suspect. He's a suspect for battery, y'all. And the reason why they said it, a man had grabbed onto his wife. Okay. So what they're saying is Kanye West may have new legal trouble on his hands. He is named as a suspect in a battery report, and cops are now looking into the claims against him. All right. Now, what they're saying is that police are investigating that Kanye, after cops say they're investigating Kanye, after the cops say they were told that he bop wobbaloo bop a bop bambooed a man in the face late on Tuesday night. All right. But the guy he struck had allegedly pushed or grabbed onto his wife. Now listen, I understand y'all over there looking for Kanye. The way Kanye be around there roaming them streets, I really do not think that it's hard to catch up with Kanye. In my personal, if y'all really want him, y'all could get to him. But in all honesty, I feel like that man was defending his wife, because you shouldn't be able to get, you probably was drunk as hell anyway. You don't get the right to turn around and grab on his wife in any type of manner and think that that man not supposed to respond. You know what I'm saying? Now, they do have an update saying that the assailant didn't merely collide into her. He put his hands under her dress, is what we're learning, directly on her body. He grabbed her waist, he spun her around, and then he blew her kisses. She was battered and essayed, basically, is what they're putting here. All right. She was grabbed grossly, inadequately, as a description of what happened. Okay. They said that she was physically assaulted. Now, this is what Kanye's rep is letting us know. All right. But at the end of the day, if you just don't go up touching nobody, period. Period. You damn sure don't sit up there and do it to the person when they right there with their mate, thinking that they supposed to just sit there and just let you do what you're gonna do, as if you're not gonna get whopped in the head. Like, come on now. So I might have to be on Kanye West side with this one right here. You don't do stuff like that. And that man probably was drunk, and it's the audacity. See, some part of me feels like you did that on purpose because you knew that it was Kanye West and whoever else, and you knew that if you did something that you could get him to respond to, it would result in you likely being able to sue him because he's Kanye West. I feel like there was a method to your madness, but I also feel like you were drunk as hell at the same time, in my personal. But you couldn't be too damn drunk because you knew to call the cops as well to try to get them involved in your damn mayhem, honey. But we hate to hear it, but we also love to see it at the same time. And I wish I would have been able to see him bop the fuck out you while you over there touching on that lady inappropriately, especially um, if she did not request for you to do so. Okay, so you got what you deserve. So while y'all over there trying to find Kanye as a suspect, y'all need to be handling that man. And hopefully Kanye is able to press some charges or whatever on that dude over there, go over there with it. Okay, because Kanye should have been the first one to file a report. Okay. But anyway, y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below regarding that situation, honey. Let's move on to Jeezy. Girl, looks like Jeezy. Y'all know he came to us at one point and said that he wanted to get full custody because he felt like Jeannie Mai was not allowing him to see their daughter. I believe they even said that he only seen the girl for 8 days. 8 days. How many days have we been into the year so far? 31 was we had 31 days in January, 29 in February. What about 31 in what was that, March? And then we're halfway through April, girl. That's well over what, 90, 100 days or whatever. And the man has only seen his child 8 days, allegedly. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. But I am glad that he walked back those full custody. I don't think that was right. You don't have the adequate amount of time to do that. I don't know if you did that to grab her attention or something like that. But this whole back and forth is extremely petty. I can't necessarily say that I don't enjoy the pettiness that Jeannie Mai is meeting him with, because you blindsided that lady. That lady was literally sitting up there promoting your book and everything, and then you turned around and you just filed for a divorce out of nowhere. Like, what the hell? Right? So you blindsided that lady. So I'm kind of like, you get what you get, period. But at the same time, I don't think that this child should be used as a pawn in the BS that y'all got going on. You know what I'm saying? Jeannie Mai, and you talk about that man had pew pews and pow pows and all of that stuff, but you also had your daughter around him, didn't you? You know what I'm saying? So was the pew pews and the pow pows out when you was over there? But I will say this: if I know that you have access to that stuff, I don't, period, even though it probably wasn't around my kid, when you get my child, I'm not going to be able to be there to monitor and all of that. So I might tell the judge a little something to make sure that you got that stuff extra locked the hell down when my kid is around, possibly. Okay, but I wouldn't withhold the child to where the man couldn't see the baby for like 8 days, only see the baby for 8 days out the whole year. Like, come on now. But let's keep going. They're saying that Jeezy backtracked on requesting full custody of their daughter. They're saying, per Fulton County court documents, that he is now seeking to split this custody with her. Okay. They said in a new motion, Jeezy alleges that he's hardly seen his daughter since entering an informal custody agreement with Jeannie Mai in late 2023. So I guess they had some type of thing in place, but Jeannie Mai, I think one moment he was saying that, I think it was something about her scheduling. At one moment, it was an issue with her scheduling. Then the next moment, he felt like that's why he wanted full custody, because he felt like she'd be working too much and the baby be with her Jeannie Mai's mom and her brother. And I'm like, well, she need child care. Now, do you want to pay for that part? Hell, they probably watching that baby for free and stuff, and mama gotta work. Come on now. So now all of a sudden, I guess he realized, like, well, that is her family watching her. And I know when I get my child, my family probably gonna be watching them too. So let me shut the hell up. I'll just do the joint custody, your honor. Oh, girl, child. Jeezy, is your attorney charging you for all of this paperwork that you got him over there filing, him or her? Anywho, let's see if there's anything else they're letting us know. They're saying that when he sent an assistant to go pick up their daughter from his and Jeannie Mai's shared home for another visit in April, they said that the lady was not there. They said the daughter nor Jeannie was not at the house. They was not at that house. I think the assistant had waited outside for a few hours there for a very long periodically time. The assistant was out there waiting. Now, Jenny, if you knew that man was supposed to be coming to pick up his daughter, you wrong as hell for leaving the premises and playing on his top like that. That little girl probably really wanted to have seen her daddy. And Jeannie Mai, I liked you a lot. And I'm not no fan of well, I'm lying. I'm a fan of Jeezy. Don't get it twisted. Okay. But I have been calling him out all divorce. I have definitely been on Jeezy's as this entire divorce. But ma'am, I don't know if I'm with all this you withholding. You know, that girl probably really want to see her dad. Like, I just no, ma'am. That's not good. I don't like that. Let that girl go over there and see that. Now you was wrong as hell for that. I'm really tickled that you really wrong if it was a court order or something in place and you knew that man was supposed to come get that baby and you decided to leave that house, therefore preventing that man to get that baby. Let me tell you something, Miss Jenny. Now I've been here for you, girl. I have been here for you, but I need you to understand that baby is half black. It's a no disrespect. It's a no disrespect, ma'am. I'm not trying to disrespect you at all. But what I need you to understand is that baby is half black. Okay. I feel like you be trying to act like she's only one side and she's not. And you're gonna have to get that together. Okay. And I ain't even trying to be funny, but little girl is so pretty. Let me not even say no, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna let the people get mad because they're gonna get mad anyway. Girl, let me not say it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I want to say it, but I'm thinking about Beyonce's daughter when the people was trying to come for Blue's hair, but I'm not even coming for the baby's hair because the baby's very, very beautiful. Love the hair. It's just that she ain't gonna be able to walk around like your hair, or like she ain't gonna be able to let it just flow like that. Okay, you can't just be having her like sometimes the baby just girl. Listen, if y'all follow me, you follow me. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. And she not gonna be able to just be raised on one side like Ashley Darby. Even though Ashley Darby was raised on her black side, but still came out raised on that side. But anyway, girl, you know what it is I'm trying to say. Don't be trying to withhold her from her daddy like that. You wrong for that. And I wouldn't want him to withhold her from you. I just don't think that's the nice. But anywho, they go on to say that Jeezy, what else? Yeah, Jeezy and of course Jeannie Mai and the daughter, of course, they all live in separate homes now, and he often doesn't know where his daughter is. And he says that he feels like that violates their their agreement that they got together, and it does. And I think if the shoes were switched and the roles were reversed, and you had the little girl and you was over there, Jeezy, not letting Jenny might know about where the whereabouts of the child is, that's a problem. And I'll be on your head top letting you know that that girl ain't just black. She got to know that side of her family too. That's on y'all because y'all chose to create. So get this together. But anyway, girl, um, that's pretty much what's going on. All right. Jeezy insisted he's always on these firearms that Miss Girl tried to say was an issue. He says that it has never affected Jenny nor their daughter because I guess he has it put away. That's never been a issue. He said that he's unable to FaceTime the daughter because his number is blocked. Girl, this is so messy. This is so messy, girl. This is so messy. Oh, this is terrible. Jeezy, all you had to do was go home. I feel like this would go much more smoother if he would have went home and told her to her face and sat down and said, listen, I have tried. We've done counseling. We did this. We did that. Look, I've decided I want a divorce. I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. She would have cried. She would have been upset, whatever the case is. I don't think it would be this bad. right? And if you ain't try to like put her out the house so quick or whatever, I think this could have been better. But what you did, sir, you went down there, filed for a divorce, and then made sure that you put it on all the blogs before she got to it. And then you're gonna sit down in that interview with Nia Long and not want to tell the tea, but dry tell the tea about why you just couldn't do her no more, basically. Girl, Jeezy, you is a piece of work, honey. You is a piece of work. I hate it for you, Jenny, that you couldn't see through them earlier on. That's how they get you, girl, I guess. Wow, wow, wow. They say that Jeezy has been an active father and he was present throughout the little girl's life. And then all of a sudden, when this situation happened, honey, he just, hasn't been able to be as present as he would like. And it seems like they're blaming that on Miss Jeannie Mai. Ooh, child. They feel like her keeping Monaco away from Jeezy is going to be detrimental. And it's definitely going to affect her emotional state, is what the attorney is saying. So they are trying to get this man access to his child to at least be able to see the baby. Now, girl, you're wrong for that. You're wrong. Because I mean, I'm not hearing of any ABUSE situations, any DV stuff. I'm not really hearing about that. I'm not hearing, when it comes to their divorce, any claims that would truly keep him from his child. I'm not hearing about erratic behavior. I'm not necessarily hearing about that stuff. The biggest, and I feel like, hell, it's possible. Anything is possible. Things are happening every day, you know. I know he's had situations in the past with exes, but I don't think it was more so like physical stuff or anything. I think it could have been more so like controlling. Not that that's any better. You know what I'm saying? Leveraging his power and the money that he has over the other person. But as far as like anything that's damaging to the partner, like physically and stuff like that, when it comes, and y'all let me know, I know y'all gonna do that anyway. Y'all gonna keep me honest anyway, because that's just how y'all is, okay? But I haven't recalled of anything that would really prevent this man from seeing his child. Like, I don't know. I mean, aside from her trying to use the firearms as a situation when you've also been in that same house with that. So I don't know, girl. This is messy. I'm really not on neither one of y'all side. I'm on Monaco's side, high key. Heavy on Monaco's side. I'm on her side. And I hope that you guys get this stuff figured out. I don't even think y'all was married that long. So I pray y'all divorce don't end up being longer than y'all marriage was, like Kenya Moore and Mark Daly, honey. But either way, good luck. That is all that I have on Jeezy. Can we slide over and get into Shyne real quickly? Because Shyne was doing like an interview of some sort, and it really looked like, was he giving a press conference or something? But he was discussing, of course, his innocence and the situation that happened in 1999 at that New York nightclub, the situation where someone ended up getting popped in the face. And the woman that ended up getting popped in the face came out a long time ago and said that she know for a fact it was Diddy. It was Diddy. And I think that, in my opinion, this is not a fact, but I feel like he made sure J-Lo carried what he needed her to carry into the club, because of course she was the Latino woman and whatever else, and they probably not gonna check her, and because of her status probably at the time, and of course she's closer to white than him, so she probably walked it on in there, whatever. He probably grabbed it from her once they got inside. The fact, if that is what happened, I feel like the fact that they even had one in the club. How can I say this? One, I feel like you should have an item in the on your person wherever you go if you have the status that Diddy and them had. But it was never found in the hands of security. It was always between a few people. So that leads me to believe that Diddy went into that club to start some SHI. Something, I don't know. I feel like something was meant to go down. And I feel like, and this is just an opinion, I feel like he was in that phase and continued to be in that phase for a very long time. That as he gained the money, power, and the respect, he wanted to see just how much he could continue to get away with. And it finally caught up with him. I don't really care, honestly, what goes down on that end when it comes to him, to be honest. I'm just reflecting over all of the shady stuff that he has done, with people in music and just everything. Okay. So I don't really care what happens to him. But anyway, getting back to the 1999 New York situation. I do believe that it was something where it was like, J-Lo, hold this for me, whatever, get inside. He grabs it, pop, pop, whatever. And then Shyne, hey, I need you to take this fall for me, whatever. Because now Shyne is admitting what a lot of people already knew, that he was indeed Diddy's fall guy. Okay. So let's just listen to exactly what Shyne had to say.
It opens wounds. When you hear, the victim saying that it was Diddy that shot her, that is what is the most remarkable. Oh, you didn't see that?
I saw it.
Okay. And that was triggered by a lawsuit from a producer that produced on the Love album, who is making accusations. And in those accusations, he says that the gentleman confessed to the shooting. And that is what stands out to me the most, because, I've done my best to put it behind me and to move forward. But it certainly reopens the wounds that I've been saying this all along. Everyone knew all along that I was the fall guy. But my political enemies and, detractors tried to make me into, this criminal. But everyone knew that I was a young kid that took the fall. Everyone knew that. That was the story. I'm just saying that I maintained my innocence all this time. I said I was defending myself. I didn't get into who did what. But the victim is telling you who did what. And I understand that there are other witnesses.
Is she accurate, sir?
I'm not going to get into that. But it does open wounds. And certainly I am relieved that people are saying what the truth is, that, I did not shoot those people. I maintain that I never shoot nobody, that there were other guns there. I always said that. That has not changed. And that is the testimony that came out. Fragments were never removed. So there was never any forensic testing to say who it was. But the victims are vindicating me. Witnesses are vindicating me. But I have moved on. I'm not trying to relive that. And so I am appreciative of whatever contributions Diddy has made to help the people of Belize. I wish him well. I pray for him, and I pray for the alleged victims. And if it is true, may justice be served. If it is not, it's a tragedy, because a global icon would have been destroyed.
All right. So y'all just pretty much heard everything that Shyne had to say, honey. Okay. He's like, I've been trying to tell y'all, because it wasn't me. Ben said it. But back when it happened, like in 99, I can remember like being around my mom and her friends, and everybody always said that they believed it was Diddy anyway. You know what I'm saying? Those were conversations that were had years ago where people always believed that it was him. It wasn't no Shyne. And the crazy thing is, for a lot of people back then to know just how reckless Diddy was and continue to elevate this man to he sat on the pedestal that he was on just last year. Ooh, child. Girl, we was really toe up back then. Well, hell, they was really toe up back then, girl. All kind of SHI was flying back then, huh? You can't get away with some of that shit now, girl. But anyway, that's what's going on with Shyne, and I'm glad that he came to the front and he said what we already knew. Okay, now I want to go ahead and I want to get into Mr. Kelvin Hunter. Okay, it looks like Wendy Williams' guardian, Miss Sabrina Morrissey, is over here demanding that Kevin pay back $112,000 because Wendy overpaid him. Now, listen to me. I know a lot of us are going to be like, hush that fuss. That's what you get. Like, it's going to be all of that because this man cheated on Wendy, left her destitute, and ain't no telling what else, when it had a baby on her and all of this stuff, right? I get that, and I'm with that. I am like, yeah, you should pay some back. This what you get. Y'all thought y'all was gonna go up there and take that lady money and ride out. Y'all done did enough riding out, buying Porsches and being all up in the house. Y'all did a whole lot. So that's what you get while you over here trying to go get your ends, go get your coins and get your stuff, get your things, honey. You got to sit up here and pay back. But here's the other thing, guys. I do not trust Sabrina. I do not trust that bitch. I don't trust none of them motherfuckers up there that took over conservatorship of a person without truly gaining their acceptance of them saying that is what they want to do. I have done a hour-long video talking about conservatorships and how it doesn't just happen to celebrities, it happens to some everyday people that might have some coins in the bank, honey. For real. All right. I played a video of how this conservator moved in to this not moved into a home, but moved, like, forced themselves onto this couple to where the kids, like the grown adult kids, couldn't even find out where the hell their parents were. Ran up and used all them folks' money. But fortunately for those individuals, the conservator who was over there using their money to buy them the things that they needed, like if they needed khaki pants or whatever, first of all, forced them out of their home and forced them to live somewhere else in a facility of their choosing. They told these people, either you come and go with us and go where we tell you to go, or you're going to have to go to a mental institution or something like that. So they forced those people out of their home, and I can't remember if they sold the home or not, but they definitely pretty much sold off all of their belongings, and they got a profit off of those people, which is crazy to me. And nobody ever asked them to be a conservator. So I feel like this conservatorship stuff is very extremely predatory on different celebrities and people with money. I really do. I feel like there was good intentions for it to keep people's money out of the hands of the wrong family members or friends or whatever. But then you're placing it in the hands of these strangers and they're taking complete advantage of it. I do not believe for 1 second that Sabrina Moristi is trying to come after this money for Kelvin for the benefit of Wendy. I do not believe that at all. She is coming for that coin because they about using up too much of Wendy's and they need to get a little bit more back, in my personal. Because why are we watching a docu-series over on Lifetime and this lady says she ain't got no damn food in her house, but conveniently she has alcohol all over the place? Like it, like if y'all haven't seen the docu over there on Lifetime, if it's still up, go watch it, because they played the hell out of Sabrina and others and had them thinking that this documentary was going to be about Wendy's comeback, when it was a whole lie. The family was finessing them so that they could really show what is really going on with Wendy. Y'all literally iced her son Kelvin out and took over, made him seem like he was doing something illegal when he was only doing what his mom allowed. She was the one that wanted to have $80,000 parties, Uber Eats, whatever the situation was. That is how his mom had him set up. And y'all made this boy come out appear as though he was a problem so that y'all could snatch the rights away from him, so he would no longer be her power of attorney. So if anything happens to Wendy, he has no control over it. The conservative does. And I played another video in one of my other previous videos, not sure which one. I probably played it in the hour-long conservatorship video that I did. But this one young lady, her mom was put into a conservatorship without her asking, without it being a request, not really even of her knowledge. But when she did find out and she's trying to get access to her mom, the conservator did exactly as Wendy's family said that this conservator does. She is not available for conversation. Initially, yes. Over time, absolutely not. Emails are sent over and over and over and over and over. What happened with this young lady was she emailed the conservator, called the conservator. Nobody would ever respond to her. Finally got back to the girl. I don't know how long later, got back to this young lady, told her her mother was dead. Okay. And actually told her her mama was dead a few days after her mama had died. Hello. Told the girl where she could go pick her up. And that was it. I don't even think she said my condolences. I don't think that lady said nothing like your mom's dead, whatever, whatever. Here you are. This is where you can get her. Like, what the fuck? Then it was another conservatorship where they sold this man's brownstone, and the conservator, baby, got coin off of this man's brownstone. And that's another thing that pisses me off, because I feel like legacy is or generational wealth is under attack, in my personal opinion, with how the housing is and everything, the cost, like the interest rates and stuff, making it tougher for people to get homes and things. These corporations buying up all these houses, raising the prices and stuff. Like, where I feel like if people trying to really leave something to their families, they can. And then you got these older people that may have saved a lot in their retirement, or may have had something. They probably was planning on leaving that brownstone to their family, but then the brownstone gets snatched up, and then your ass get a portion of it. So you could build your generational wealth as an attorney, or you being a professional guardian is what they like to call them. So I guess if you take a class or something and become a professional guardian, the woman that got sued for, like, I think it was $9 million. I can't believe, I mean, I can't remember, but it was a few $1 million. I don't think she was an attorney, but she definitely was a quote unquote conservator, which is a professional guardian. And that was the lady I was telling y'all about the first time they snatched these people up out their home, and their kids took forever to find them. Finally found them, whatever the case was, and they sued her ass. They sued her, and she, they handled that. I think that was out there in Las Vegas or whatever. But anywho, child, I just think that stuff is under attack. They probably was gonna leave that to a family. You took it, they ain't got it no more. How do you know that was their wishes? What happens with a person when they have their will? If you're knocking out their power of attorney, what happens with their will? What happens with that? Do y'all just override what their will says? Because now y'all are in control of her SHI. And after this docu-series was filmed, y'all, and put out, from my well, really not after, during this docu-series being put out, the conservator did exactly what a lot of them do. They moved Wendy out of that home. We seeing Wendy sell stuff because Wendy ain't got money. We're seeing Wendy sell SHI to get money. That's not cool when all her money is already tied the fuck up. And y'all can blame the financial advisor for that. And I can't remember her name, and I wish I had it right in front of me so I can let y'all know. But she the one that pushed the button on that BS. Okay. But anywho, I don't believe that Wendy doesn't have money. I just believe that they won't allow her access to her money, as she has already stated. They moved her out of that damn home, probably gonna sell her condo, whatever it sells for. That conservator is more likely, okay, going to get a coin off of this money, and she ain't even put in on this, off of this condo. She ain't put in on this, and now they got Wendy off at some unknown location. Then her brother gonna come out, who I don't trust, comes out talking about, oh, Wendy's doing good, she sounds good. No, 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 no. I don't want to hear how my sibling sounds. I need to put my eyes on my sibling. And it's crazy to me, because I think they say her sister is a lawyer too. What role are you playing? Because y'all need to be trying to raise up some type of something to sue this lady. Like, why y'all not suing the conservator, or suing the state of New York, or whatever? Like, why are y'all not suing them? Because they're not giving you all the right to take care of Wendy, which is what Wendy would want. And when Wendy was with y'all, she was doing better. That is what Kelvin was calling out the last time. But people was misunderstanding what he was saying. They were these blogs were trying to make it appear as though her sister was stealing money. Kelvin never said she was stealing money. He was just saying that the sister got played by the network. The network was reaching out, making them think that they really care about Wendy and stuff. They was just trying to get a gauge on her well-being and stuff like that. Then next thing you know, they got a letter or whatever, threatened little Kev, told him he's forced to bring her back, or he gonna have to face the consequences, whatever it was, and they flipped on her, and she lost control of her sister, right? So that was that. But I do blame a lot of this on you, Kevin. Okay. Because I feel like if you would have continued, because I do believe that Wendy knew about Sharina the whole time. Listen, that's my opinion. I really do believe that. But I think she probably always wanted stuff to be like low key. You bring this to the forefront and you embarrass me, you're done. Right. And he brought it to the forefront because I'm sure Sharina was applying that pressure, and she had got pregnant and had wanted to, actually have the family. But little did she know, with her non-thinking ass, that once that happened, girl, you got the man, but you ain't got the money. What a dummy. What a dummy, in my personal. Because I do feel like if he would have stayed with Wendy and kept messing with Sharina on the side, and Wendy probably would have been okay with that, like Gordon over there okay with Mia doing it, then y'all probably still would be good. And we might still be getting some of Wendy, not all of Wendy, heavy on the reruns, but we probably would have got a little piece of something from Wendy. Okay. And they would have got a little piece of something financially too. But let me get into this article while I'm over here running my mouth chime. Okay. So let me see what they're saying over here because I had a lot to say because I do not like this conservator BS. All right. They're saying that Wendy Williams' guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, filed papers in the Star's divorce demanding that her ex husband return $112,500 to her after she said he was overpaid in their divorce agreement. Baby, 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 baby. Listen, I think I kind of want y'all to actually see what I'm checking out over here on the screen. So let me see if I can get that up for y'all so we can get into this together, okay? All right. So let's make sure that we're doing just that. All right. So they're saying in the court filing exclusively obtained by the Sun, they're saying that the former talk show host not only claimed that Kevin was overpaid, but she also wanted the divorce judge to issue a gag order to stop him from speaking about the case. Here's the thing. This is not Wendy requesting this. So I don't really like how they wrote this. Um Oh, no, no, I do. I see where they got it. Okay, that's my bad. So they're saying the former talk show host guardian. Okay. I thought they were saying that this was coming out of Wendy's mouth because I was going to check that real quick and say, this is not coming from Wendy, boo. Boo boo. This is coming from that motherfucking guardian, and she's trying to issue a gag order. And let me tell y'all something, she gonna get it. Well, let me say this. I don't know. I was gonna say she was gonna get it because I feel like y'all finessed the system and gave this bitch guardianship when she should have never had it. Okay. Now she also went before the judge to try to stop this Lifetime documentary from dropping like a few days before it was airing, and they shut her down and said no, that's a part of their First Amendment right to do that. You'll be in violation of that. So no, we're not shutting anything down. So I wonder if it's possible if they're not going to issue a gag order, because in all honesty, Kevin ain't really been, I haven't heard. So it must have been some conversations behind the scenes because Kevin ain't really been talking about it. And maybe he has been, considering the fact that Kevin is still trying to receive whatever alimony and whatever coins he was supposed to receive a while ago that ended up getting stopped because of Wendy's conservatorship. When she got snatched up, his stuff got snatched up. Now, at first, I was kind of like, I know what you get. You don't deserve nothing. But here's the thing. If it is in the court documents and it has been court ordered, then who the hell am I? Get that man his money because it's something that they both agreed to and it is owed to him. Unfortunately, those were y'all laws that y'all approved and put in place. So get that man his money. So I feel like if he is talking about it, it's so that he could get paid. Um, so there's that. Let's see what else they're saying. They said Wendy Williams' ex is in a legal war with the star and her guardian over divorce payments that he is owed. They're saying Wendy was placed in guardianship in 2022 after her bank, Wells Fargo, froze her accounts over concerns of dementia and undue influence. So basically what was going on, from my knowledge, was that Wendy was trying to get a condo for her son. Remember, she had leased out that condo for her son. She had told the lady, listen, her advisor, I am going to lease this out for my son for a year. After that, I'm going to buy it. Okay. The advisor was very well clear on what Wendy was going to do with her own money. Okay. So I feel like when the time came for Wendy to buy that home, in my opinion, I feel like Wells allegedly could have been mishandling this lady's motherfucking money. Okay, they was already probably mishandling her money, possibly didn't even have nothing to show for her to buy this house for her son, or buy this condo for her son, and came up with something to say, oh, is she dealing with dementia? Is she under, undue influence? Does she have this going on? Oh my God, Wendy, come into the office to talk. And you wanted Wendy to come. This is Sabrina Morrissey. This is the conservator. Y'all wanted this lady to come into the financial advisor to have a conversation with them without having any backup or support with her. And she didn't show up. And then next thing you know, they locked up her accounts, whatever it is. And then here we are. She's thrown into a conservatorship. I don't care what nobody say. All of them are working hand in hand. And it's sad. Let's see what else is going on. Let me go back up. Sabrina says that according to the couple's marital settlement agreement, Kevin was to receive what has been delineated as severance payments from Wendy. She claims the payments for Mr. Hunter were to terminate if Wendy's yearly earned income is less than her two times, I guess, less than her yearly income, okay, as of 2020. So it dropped at some point, is what they're saying. At least that's what I'm reading. Okay. So I guess his payments were supposed to terminate at some point. Um, if her income drops two times less than what she had in 2020. All right. That's what I don't think it would have dropped though. Because I remember that she ended up getting her show renewed. Her show ended up getting renewed around that time, even though she was getting a divorce from him. So I wouldn't think that your show is getting renewed and then your income would be dropping. They would at least keep you in the same space. At least that's what I would assume. Okay. Now, the Guardian alleges that the yearly income is defined in the agreement as Wendy's W 2 income and any income paid as a result of her working on a show. I don't know, but what I'm questioning is I see what the income is when you say W-2 income, but what's the true income? Because Wendy could have been writing off all kind of SHI when it came down to it to lower her income, her taxable income. Ain't no telling. But here's the other gag. BITCH, you're gonna bring your ass over here and try and get this man to pay you all this motherfucking money when you already know that Wendy tied up any motherfucking way with the damn tax IRS people. She already owe money for around the same time frame that your ass sitting up here motherfucking talking about. So are you sure it's really that low? Are you sure the money is really that low? When they just reported last month that the lady owed money to the IRS? Girl, what's really going on? Girl, this lady has a tax lien of 500,000 motherfucking dollars in unpaid taxes. And that is from 2021. So what is giving to me is that y'all over there playing on that lady money in my personal, and now y'all trying to figure out what the hell to do, and y'all probably trying to get some out of him too. I don't know, but some things is not adding up for me. It's just not adding up for me. It's just a not. I just like help me understand somebody in the comments, okay? Because maybe I'm not making it make sense, and y'all could do it for me. But girl, I don't understand it. Okay. Now they're also saying that the Guardian, they're saying in the filing, the Guardian said Wendy, who had not shown up to host the show the entire last season, stopped being paid her full salary in October of 2021. But Kevin continued to be paid. Be paid until when? She continued to pay Mr. Hunter. He says in his motion papers that he was paid through January of 2022. So you're basically coming after him for 2 months. November and December. And in all honesty, I don't think Wendy should have not been paid. Y'all ran that lady into the damn ground. I understand y'all probably wanted to halt some things because, she was sick and couldn't show up. Right? But I mean, in my opinion, I don't feel like she should be coming back to try and get that up out that man. Because it's already been paid. And for her to say if her income dropped lower, I'm like, but it's only 2 months. So what's a 2 month difference from the last year then? What would that 2 month difference really be? Are you sure? I just don't trust Sabrina. I don't trust that lady at all. So then they say she continued to pay Mr. Hunter. He says in his motion papers that he was paid through January of 2022. As a result, Kevin has been unjustly enriched by the receipt of $112,500 for so they're calculating 3 months and not 2 months. So that's $37,500 for 3 months, okay? And they're saying that that belongs to Wendy. Is Wendy even gonna see it? Because she ain't been seeing none of her other money. She ain't been seeing none of her other money. So this is really her way of punishing Kevin for talking about this case and bringing attention to what's happening with Wendy. That's what I'm gaining from this situation. That's what she's trying to do. I'm punishing you. Like, not only do I want to gag order you and shut you the hell up from talking about this, but I'm also going to add a little sauce on it and make sure that you have to pay back some of that money. That's what is given to me. All right. And of course, they go on to say, additionally, they're asking for a gag order. It says, I request that the court increase the protection of this case and issue a gag order, thereby instructing Mr. Hunter to not speak to the press or others except for legal advisors about these matters, and to instruct anyone with whom he has previously discussed these matters that they should not communicate about these matters with anyone else. Wendy's guardian demanded in the filing. Now, first of all, I don't think that's fair, because here's the other thing. Kevin may not get along with her family, but I feel like that's still family, because that's the father of her child. So if they all want to come together and have a conversation to figure out how they're going to come up against you, I feel like they should have a right to do that. In my personal. Okay. Now, she is also seeking to have the court dismiss Kevin's request to bring the case once again before the court. Instead, decide whether the case should go to arbitration. As the U.S. Sun reported last month, Kevin is asking the court to intervene after he claims the payments, which were agreed to in his and Wendy's marital settlement agreement, suddenly ceased just before she was placed under guardianship in 2022. Okay. He's now asking for the payments to be picked back up. All right. So, girl, that's a real messy, honey. That's real messy. I feel like all kind of stories was put out about the son, saying that look, Kevin was taking money out the account and going over there giving it to the daddy and all this other that boy whooped the out his dad. I highly doubt he took any of that money and gave it to his father. Okay. So, yeah, this right here, this whole situation is just a dog. It's mess in my personal. And I just do not, as I told y'all before, I just don't trust this conservator. I think she dug deep. You can't dig deep in your emails and your phone calls to make sure you reach back out to the family and stuff. But you can sit up here and dig deep and try and comfort him. But I guess since he made the filing anyway, it was going to have to come through her, since she is the conservator. She is the guardian. I keep saying conservator, but she is the guardian of her. She's in a guardianship, is what I meant. I've been saying conservatorship, but I really meant guardianship this entire conversation. So, of course, I guess the paperwork would come to her because she's in control and in charge of all of Wendy's accounts. So if he's requesting to be paid, then of course it's going to come across her desk. And here she is trying to debunk it. And now that she knows he's speaking on the case in any facet, she's trying to not only get that thrown out, she's trying to punish him by gagging him and adding sauce on it by forcing him to also have to pay back some of the money that was already agreed upon and owed to him. Now, she is saying that it was supposed to terminate should her income drop lower than what it was from 2 years prior or something like that. So then if that is the case, or the year prior, whatever, did it really drop is what I'm asking. That is my question that will have to come to the front. I'm having a hard time believing that. Okay. And also, here's the other thing that I'm wondering. I don't know, and we don't know if what he continued to get paid could have possibly been a bit of retroactive as well, to backdate to possibly when the divorce first started, or whatever, when we first start going into this filing and start living separately, or whatever the case was, could have potentially been a backdate on that. But those are just my opinions. Those are not facts. Okay. I'm just sharing my opinions and thoughts with you guys. All right. I'll let you guys go ahead and share your thoughts and opinions and everything down below. Okay. That's all that I got at this time. Let me know whether or not you think that he should have to pay anything back. They should let him keep it. Let me know your thoughts about the guardian, Sabrina, and the entire situation with Wendy. Would love to know your thoughts about that. Also, let me know your thoughts about Shyne and the situation with the Diddy, as well as Ashanti announcing the pregnancy, Jeezy and him no longer wanting full custody, but now wanting joint custody. And let me know whether or not you're on the side of Kanye West, or you just really could care less. All right, that is all that I have. I am Jami. That's me. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming, I swinging like Soldier Ray. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, and just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick.